An originally language French novel titled Mission Termini, Monsieur Termini, and written by legendary Cameroonian author Mongo Beti. Mission to Color is a powerful yet hilarious novel that is set in late colonial Cameroon in the 1950s. The book is celebrated for its light-hearted, satirical approach in examining such traditionally serious topics such as colonization, European education, exploitation, alienation, identity crisis, shame, sexual immorality, capitalism, and opportunism. The story begins with a young Yaoanda man named Jean Marie, known as Maiden, who returns to his village in the southern Cameroon in some trepidation after failing his fresh baccalaureate exam, a French national academic exam at college. He returned to his home with great fright and dread of facing his short-tempered father in the midst of this failure. However, later on, a young wife of his cousin, Niam, runs off with a man from another tribe, which brings much shame to their losing tribe. So, Meda is called to be entrusted by his relative with the delicate task of going to the other village to retrieve her in Kala. So Meda embarks on a mission to Kala to do so, but to also escape the wrath of his father. After failing the French European exam, Meda expects shame and humiliation in Kala. However, to his surprise, he receives the exact opposite. He finds out that even as a failed scholar, the prestige and respect he receives from the people is overwhelming. The village of Kala sees Meda as a sophisticated, French-educated cosmopolite, more or less as a king. He meets his much older, larger, athletic cousin, Zambo, and his father, who is an uncle to him, called Mama. They also see him as a highly prestigious man of sophistication because of his French education, like everyone else. Meda goes on to stay with his uncle and his cousin. During this stay, his uncle Mama quickly realizes the opportunity to exploit Meda's village popularity for monetary gain. Everyone in Kala is eager to host a dinner for the prestigious newcomer, and Uncle Mama, for his opportunistic reasons of his own, is equally eager to oblige them. At night, Uncle Mama parades his nephew around the various houses of the village. These dinners are not attended by just the host and Meda, but by also as many villagers who can squeeze in, and almost everyone does try to squeeze in. After the food is eaten, the dinners turn into extended interrogation sessions for Meda. Meda is placed in the center of the room and forced to answer rapid-fire questions about the future, the white man's knowledge, the country's future, anything that comes into anyone's mind. These sessions leave Meda feeling drained and weak, but leave him wealthy. This is because many villagers come with a lot of gifts like goats and chickens, to the extent of his uncle building a new corral and pen for his rapidly growing livestock possessions. His uncle continues to exploit his popularity, accepting invites from only the more wealthier and generous portion of the village, as well as using the argument that he and Meda are one blood, so he should get a cut-off of the gifts, which he, of course, does. Clever. As time goes on, Meda's stay in Kala progressively falls into a pattern which has very little to do with his intended mission. As weeks go by and the wife of Niam still fails to appear, Meda falls deeper and deeper into village life, discovering in the process that these raw cousins are not so simple-minded as he assumed. Meda spends time with young people during the day and is feasted by the elderly people of the village at night. He is introduced to the carefree liberal ways of living of Sambo and his friend called Darkfoot Johnny, boneless Rwanda, and son of God. As Meda's fame grows, Sambo also begins a mission of finding a woman. He believes as a sophisticated Frenchman, he must also be good in bed with a lot of experience. But little does Sambo know that Meda is actually a virgin, and Meda is scared that Sambo and the village will find out that if he is given someone. Therefore, ruining his false image of prestige and experience he portrays to the people. When Sambo finds him a beautiful city girl with a lot of sexual experience, Meda ignores the girl's seductive advances to his surprise, and later lies to Sambo that he only did so because he suspects she has venereal diseases. Sambo naively understands but doesn't give up the search. Sambo finds another girl for Meda, a girl called Edima, who is the village chief's daughter. Meda falls in love with her and also starts an intimate relationship with her, losing his virginity to her during that time, Edima's mother, the village chief's wife, the queen, catches Meda with her daughter in a compromising position at his uncle Mama's house. The queen causes a huge scene, screaming, insulting loudly, and beating her daughter publicly. She drags Edima naked in a very public, undignified, out from Meda's room into the village open, dragging her home. To the other villagers' shock, Meda feels humiliated and even fearful about this event, until Sambo lets him know that it was all a premeditated act. It was all staged. As Edima's mother only did this to publicly but indirectly notify the other villagers that her daughter has been graced with the honor of being loved by the prestigious village oracle that is Meda. Later on, Niam's wife agrees to return after some complex negotiations. Eventually, Meda is invited to the chief's huge feast where he is tricked into marrying Edima. Although he certainly does not object to this arrangement because he really does love Edima too, so he takes her as his wife. However, since Niam's wife is to return, it leaves Meda with no choice but to return to his village since his mission has now been accomplished. When his stay in Kala comes to an end, Meda returns to his home village with a new wife and a sizable materialistic wealth. He knows that his father will be unspeakably furious now. Failing the examination was terrible enough, but to return home married without even getting the consent from his own father. He knows he has gone way beyond the pale. When he reaches home, his father indeed tries to beat him, but he is intercepted and protected by his admiring cousin, Sambo, which gives him a chance to escape and also lives with Sambo to wander north, returning to his own village home or the village Kala for more misadventures with his big cousin.
If you have an African novel you want to see Dudu summarize, do not hesitate to comment below. Don't forget to subscribe for more original, great Afrocentric content like this. Thanks for watching Mimsy Dudu Summaries.